it's Allie from Little Hill Homestead. A few weeks ago, one of her, I don't even remember what recipe we were making at the time, but I mentioned that I have a homemade ice cream recipe that was my grandma's. And a lot of you guys asked me to share it. And so here we are. Today, I'm going to show you guys how I make my version of homemade ice cream. You can change the flavor slightly, but I'm a sucker for just vanilla ice cream. So that's what I'm making today. But you can totally adjust it, change it, do whatever you want with it. So let's get started. I should warn you guys, we just got back. We went to the West Coast to see our family and get a tan and spend some time at the beach. And we just got back, and man, jet lag gets worse every time. Like the older we get, the worse it is. So I'm on the struggle bus a little bit today, but we're just going to get through it. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay. So the first thing we need is milk. I don't care what milk you want to use. You could use 2%. You could use whole milk. You could use skim milk. You can use almond milk, oat milk. I don't care. Milk. So we need 1 quart or 4 cups of milk. This one is just an organic one. Okay. So we buy organic, not all the time, but sometimes, because the kids in our household that drank a ton of milk moved out. And so we were finding that it was expiring before we were getting through it. If you've ever looked at expired milk, don't look at expired milk. If you've ever looked at organic, and we figured this out during COVID lockdowns as well, when things were harder to find, it lasts forever. So instead of like 2 weeks, this one doesn't expire till September 29th, and I bought it 2 weeks ago. So that's why I use it. You do you, whatever you want, but that's your milk. The next thing we need, and I'm going to do this kind of broken apart a little bit, but it's fine. Just go with it. 1 egg. Yes, we're putting a raw egg in here. If you don't want to do the egg, you can leave it out. What the egg is going to do is add like a creaminess to it that just makes it better. And I've been doing this my entire life. I'm 21 years old now. No, I'm much older than that. I've never gotten sick from it. I've never had an issue with it. Okay, so my egg is beaten in there now. I'm going to add 1 pinch of salt. I will have this below as well. 1 pinch of salt going in there. 1/2 cup of sugar. If you don't want to use white sugar, don't judge me, because that's what I'm using. You can use cane sugar. You can use coconut sugar. You can use maple syrup. You can use whatever sweetener you want to the equivalent of 1/2 cup of basic white sugar. I know you guys always ask me. We use white sugar in our household. It's just what we use. I do have coconut sugar and stuff that I use in other recipes. So you do you. That's what our channel is kind of about, is everything that we do, you can kind of adjust accordingly. So no need to comment about my white sugar. I know. Or my Splenda or anything else. Yeah, you guys can comment all you want. I don't care. This is sweetened condensed milk. I get this at Aldi because it's a whole lot cheaper. You need 1/2 a can. I'm going to eyeball it. And the rest of it, I will freeze. So I stick it in a Ziploc baggie. Let me grab a towel. I stick it in a Ziploc baggie and I freeze it. But I mark on the outside of the baggie what it is. You can do that with sweetened condensed milk. You can do that with tomato paste. You can do it with buttermilk. Any kind of stuff that I'm only going to use 1/2 of, I freeze. For the most part, it's just fine in recipes. So that's what I'm going to do with our other 1/2 of our sweetened condensed milk. The next thing you need, I'm going to give this a little stir while I'm talking, is for my vanilla, I like to actually add lemon and vanilla extract. So I have a little more than 1/2 teaspoon of vanilla. This is our homemade vanilla. Boom. And then the other thing is, do you guys remember the extracts that we made not too long ago? This is the lemon. It's not quite done, but I snuck a little anyways. But let me just show you. I'm trying to figure out how to show you. Can you see how yellow it is getting? Let's see. Not against my hand. Let's see if I hold it against my shirt. It's getting this beautiful lemon color from our zests that are in there. So I wanted to show you. This is how I use lemon extract. I have a blueberry scone. No, that's orange. Anyways, 1/2 teaspoon of lemon is going in there as well. A lot of you guys were surprised to find that extracts are made with alcohol. We will be having a video very, very soon on the channel on how to make a non-alcoholic version of any extract. So look for that. I'm waiting for my Azure standard order to come in next week. Once I have it, I'll be posting that video. I'm kind of excited about it because we've made it before and I love it in coffee. And we had so many people comment. I thought, well, duh, I can make that for you. Anyways, our sugar is stirred in there. The last thing you need is 1 quart of half and half. If you have a cow, awesome. Use that too. Use not the cow, but use their milk products. I don't. We live in a housing community and I can't have a cow or goats or anything like that. We used to have goats. This is just 1 more quart. All right, in it goes. So here's our beautiful concoction. Like I was saying, if you want to leave out the lemon, you can. If you want to add some cocoa powder to make this more chocolatey, I should say, let me get some of this out of the way because I'm blocking my stuff. This is the ice cream machine that we have and we absolutely love it. What is the brand name? AO. I can't read it, you guys. That's pretty bad. AOBOSI. Osbosi. It's one of the ones, and this is why I love it. This container you stick in the freezer. I just leave it in there all the time. I love the color of this machine, and it makes your ice cream in 40 minutes or less. It's super easy to clean. It's really affordable. I'm gonna put a link below for you guys for this machine. We love it. We love it. When I was a kid, we would hand turn it, and it would take 17 hours to make ice cream. Not with this bad boy, 40 minutes. And then the trick that we have is once it's done, I save our like plastic ice cream container from the grocery store. We reuse that and we pour that in here. So I have a paddle that I'm putting in just like that. This lid sits right on there and it locks on. You just line up there's little arrows on the side to make it super duper easy. There's a cap that goes on top right here. I'm leaving that off right now because that's where you're going to pour your ingredients. So I'm going to turn it on. 40 minutes is counting down. I'm going to pour our liquid into the hole on the top. Easy, right? This smells good already. I know it. You're going to fit as much as you can. You should be able to fit it all. Usually when I was a kid, we'd make a double batch of this. It will not fit my double batch. So hence the half thing of condensed milk. All right, we're going to be just slightly over. All I'm going to do now is pop my little cap back on the top of this bad boy. So if you wanted to add I love to tell you guys stories. You know I do. I grew up doing ballet my whole life. We did ballet. My sister and I both did it. I was kind of a rebel. She did it every year and I would decide I didn't want to unless my friend Margie was going to do it. And if she did it, then I would do it. Anyway, at the end of every year, we would have like our ballet recital. That's what it's called, a recital. And everybody would do like either a Toshu performance, a tap performance. You had cute little costumes, all this stuff. But the people who ran it, the husband was actually a caterer in Pasadena, California, Ron. He would make so many different ice cream varieties. Like, oh my gosh, so good. He'd do peppermint and he'd do like chocolate chip mint and like all these kinds. You can do any of those in this machine. This is our base recipe. Leave the lemon out. If you're going to do one of them, just add the vanilla. All the same stuff. And then just add peppermint extract with some peppermint chips. But you add them in the top up here. So that's what the little cork is for. If you want to do mint chip, add a little bit of green food dye if you want. Some mint extract, half a teaspoon or a teaspoon, depending on how strong you like it. And then some chocolate chip shavings. Boom, or mini chocolate chips. What other flavors? Think about it. I mean, you can make coffee and use espresso powder. Ooh, I should do that. We like green tea. You can use matcha powder in this and make green tea, all using the same base recipe that we're using for this bad boy. That's it, you guys. I'm just going to let this churn for 40 minutes. Like I said, it's counting down. We're at 37 minutes. Like I said, I'm going to put a link for this machine below. We really enjoy it. It's super good price. It's on Amazon, so it's easy for you to get. And it works really well. So I'm going to link that below for you guys. I'll reach out to them and see if I can get a coupon code for you guys too. Although it's pretty reasonable, so you probably don't need one. But anyways, enough about that. We'll be back in 40 minutes. I'm going to show you the final texture of our ice cream when we get to that point. All right, 37 minutes. We'll see you. In the meantime, Okay, I will tell you. We drove to California again. We're tired of driving. And we did it in 2 days because we could like shotgun it and got there over the weekend. It gave me 36 hours of time to write and research all of the recipe ideas that we're going to be doing for fall, which is coming up. And I'm super stoked about a lot of these fall ideas that we have. And a ton of new, not Christmas in July. I'm not sure what we're going to call it. I might just start plugging gift ideas in once a week until we get to Christmas. I'm not really sure. But we've got all kinds of stuff, hair perfumes, a lot of essential oil stuff because you guys seem to really like that. Food ideas. We've got some chai tea latte powder that we're going to be doing. Oh my gosh, one of my favorites. And I don't know why I didn't think about this because we already made this at home. We call it Pits and Bits. It's basically just a natural deodorant that you can use on your pits or other bits. It's like a loomy dupe. But anyways, we're going to have a whole bunch of other recipes coming out for you guys. And I'm super stoked because it's literally like 5 or 6 pages of ideas for you. Be on the lookout for those over the next few weeks. But anyways, we'll be back in just a few minutes and I'll show you our final ice cream. And don't forget, the recipe for this vanilla is going to be below. And the link to our Abosi. I hate when you can't, I don't know the name. AOBOSI. Anyways, I love it because it's teal. I love teal. But I'll link that below too. And I'm going to see if I can get you a coupon code. So be on the lookout for that. Anyways, see you in a few minutes. Guys, our ice cream is now done. I ran it for a few extra minutes because I will tell you, I'm doing a really, really big batch. If you're doing a smaller batch, say halfway up, it'll get done in 40 minutes. Mine is pretty dang full. So 2 things. It takes a little bit longer, but if you've ever done homemade ice cream before, you will know 2 things. It doesn't quite have the same texture as commercial ice cream. They put different gums and stuff. Here, let's look. I actually have, this is the container that I save and I refill. Let's see what's in this. Milk, cream, sugar, corn syrup. It's got, let's see. Cellulose gel, guar gum, cellulose gum, mono and diglycerides, locust bean gum, carrageenan. So I don't know what any of those are, but those all help with keeping ice cream that texture that you're used to. This is different. It's gonna be much colder when you eat it. It's richer and it's a little harder to scoop. So you are gonna want to heat up your spoon. But what I do, like to me, it's 12:30 in the afternoon. I make it now. I'm gonna put it in the freezer in my trusty ice cream tub. And then when it's time to eat it, it's ready. So all I'm gonna do is take my lid off. How easy is that? Come on. I did look this machine up, by the way, while I was doing my 40-minute break. It is $59.99, and there's actually a $5 coupon code right now, so $54. That's not too bad. I don't think, but you can get a lot of uses at it, which is my favorite part. You can make gelatos and stuff in here too with like fruits, and we like to use dehydrated strawberries. You can get them at like Trader Joe's and stuff. Grind them up into a powder. And then you add those into this and make strawberry ice cream, and it's like super pungent. It's delicious. This just lifts right out. Okay, like I said, this is going to be a much different consistency than you are used to for ice cream. It has not firmed up fully yet. So I'm going to dump it into our container. As you can see, it has, well, it's settled at the bottom too. Let me get a thing. What do I want to use? Spatula? So there's a disc at the bottom that's nice and firm. We're going to take that and scrape it out and add it into our mix. When I've done smaller batches in this before, like I had this thing to the brim. When I do smaller batches, it works much, much better, and it's much firmer when you pull it out the first time. I don't mind putting this, like I said, I just make it earlier in the day when I'm doing like my kitchen prep for the day. Spoon. It's spoon time. I don't know why I felt the need to sing that, but I did feel the need to sing that. All right. So like I said, the consistency, as you can tell, it's like a Frosty almost right now. I can add a little more lemon in mine, to be honest, but I don't want it to be lemon ice cream. So I'm gonna put my lid on my container. As you can see, the recipe makes, what is this size? This is a gallon, so it makes more than a half a gallon of ice cream. I'm just gonna put my lid on this and pop this in my freezer. I'm gonna go rinse all my components, which super easy. And then this guy, I just, once it's clean, I pop it back in the freezer so that it's ready for the next time I wanna make ice cream. What I like about it is, as long as I keep a can of condensed milk in my pantry and a container of half and half, which I usually get at Aldi because it's really cheap, or if you're finding like half and half, if it's like about to expire, half and half because the grocery store has it on sale, good time to use it for ice cream. If you have milk that you need to use up. I mean, look, like there's a million things, but the recipe for this is going to be below. Like I said, this machine we love. It's super easy to use. This does, by the way, the initial time you use it does need to be frozen for at least 12 hours. I usually, like I said, just leave it in my freezer. Oh, there's bonus pieces at the bottom. Does that mean I get to eat them? It does. To me, this is nostalgic because I grew up eating this ice cream. So it has such a familiar taste that it's delicious. But anyways, I'm going to go clean up my mess. I hope you guys enjoyed our ice cream video. Go get yourself an ice cream machine. You will not regret the initial cost. I mean, $50 up front seems like, oh, okay. But how much is ice cream right now? And yes, you have to buy the ingredients, I know. But you know what's in it. It's healthier for you when it doesn't have all these weird things in it. And once your family gets used to the consistency and you change it up to what you guys like, bam, you're going to have so much fun with it. We actually made an ubi ice cream not too long ago, and we put sweet potato, or ubi, which is purple sweet potato, in it. By the way, my sister-in-law's from the Philippines, and so we've learned quite a few fun snacks from her over the years and recipes. We do cook some Filipino food, but we make lumpia and pancit. But ubi ice cream was one that she showed us years ago. I don't love the one with cheese in it. To me, that's kind of an odd combination. But if you know anything about Filipino food, that's kind of common. Anyways, think of all the things you can make, you guys. Okay, that's it. I'm going to put the recipe below. Like I said, I'm going to put the link for the ice cream machine below as well. There's a $5 off coupon right now, so brings it to $54.99. So if you happen to have a gift card for Amazon, which seems like it's the most popular thing to gift is Amazon gift cards, go get yourself an ice cream machine. You won't regret it. Ice cream in winter, I'm all about it. We sit on the couch every single night. You guys know this. And we have ice cream. And we put malt powder over it because malt powder over ice cream, if you haven't tried it, do it. We buy the big malt powder now because we do it so often. Anyways, enough of that. Thank you for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed our quick little, it wasn't quick. It was not quick. Our video on homemade ice cream. Thanks to my grandma. By the way, my grandma's name was Fawn. She was named after a fawn, like a deer. Her mom saw one when she was pregnant with her in the forest. They were dam keepers. They watched over. They lived in the dam house in California where I was raised. And they were walking around and they saw a fawn stuck in a tree when she was pregnant. And so that's where she got her name. So this is after my grandma Fawn. And I hope you guys make it and enjoy it. Thanks for watching.